Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a new video about Disgaea and I am going to continue in the episode 2 with a short video about the Dark Congress. First off, I have unlocked some new evolutions for classes because I raised the level of my characters in the item world in the previous video, and now I am going to enter a new feature of the game. It's called Demon Promotion. So as you can see, I am fighting with Lahal. He's the first one that will use this new feature, and he's fighting alone some opponents. You can use the Demon Promotion multiple times. For each time you succeed the battle, the next one will be much harder. So this is the first one against a few zombies that are very low level. If you have low level character as well, I would recommend you to take them one by one, so this video will show you how to take them individually. Remember that those enemies have the same artificial intelligence as story mode enemies. They move forward only if you are in range for their attack, so you just have to look at their movement range and just lure them one by one. And here there's only two left, so I'm attacking one of the two, and only the last zombie will remain alive to attack me. You can use this strategy for every single battle of the Demon Promotion, and of course this works with all of your characters. When a character succeeds this kind of battle, his demon rank will be improved by 1. For now, having a rank of 1 is very useless, so what I'm doing just now is another 10 levels of the item world. So as you can see here, I just defeated the boss of another item, so at level 10 I'm just going back to the Overlord Castle. This second trip to the item world is not mandatory. If you don't want to do it, you can just skip it, but as you will see, this will make me a new powerful sword for Lahal, and also I will get a lot of equipment, levels and so on. So this is recommended to do, well, either now or at the end of this episode. Anyway, now I am just going to heal all my characters. As you can see, some of them were seriously injured or even dead. I got some rewards to claim in the hospital. Still, those 3 are not very interesting. But what's interesting for me now is all the new equipment I got. So let me just speed up everything. And obviously I got some better levels for my character. Remember, unlocking new class or evolutions of existing classes requires you to level up your characters. It's almost always the only condition to unlock new classes. There are 2 exceptions. It's with weapon mastery. One of the class will be unlocked when you have a mastery of 3 in bows, and this is what I just managed to do. And another class will be unlocked when you have a mastery of 30 with guns. This second class is extremely long to unlock, and we will not have access to it before the end of the game. As you can see, my non-story related characters have a level around 7 and 8. Now that my cleric has a mastery of 3 in bows, I just give her a staff and she will keep that kind of weapons until the end of the game. For my 3 Prunes, they are still in my team for now, but they will soon be deleted as well, just because they are just used as a mid shield for now, like when I need some fodders in the item world, but soon they will be completely useless. Just a friendly reminder about items: all classes do not benefit in the same way from the bonus stats from the items. For example, a brawler will have a horrible defense. He will benefit only from 50% of the defense value of any item you equip them. So it's up to you to distribute all of your items the way you prefer, but just keep in mind that all classes do not benefit in the same way of all the bonus stats. The percentage of stat received can be seen at any moment in the character status. It's called aptitude. It is shown in percentage, so if it says, for example, 50%, it means that if you equip an item that gives you this statistic, you will receive 50% of the stat. Anyway, I have equipped my characters, now I am just sorting my inventory and I will be good to go. So now I'm just going to the Dark Assembly. I pick any character, it is just to show you what classes and evolutions are available to me. So here I usually have the first evolution of each class. And I have now the Archer, which is unlocked by having a mastery of 3 in bows. I have the Star Mage available, which is unlocked by having a red, blue and green mage at level 5, and all of the 3 needs to be in the same time in your team. So don't level 1 to level 5 and then delete it and take the next one. This will not work. You need all of the 3 mages level 5 at once. So I am just creating now this new character, and this will be an archer. For archers you can pick either hit or attack. This has no influence, any will do. And of course you will give her a bow because she has very good affinity with them. Now again I go back to the Dark Assembly, and since I have unlocked the Star Mage, I do not need these green and blue mages anymore. So now it's time to delete them. At this point of the game, if you have followed more or less what I have done, you can delete as well the 3 preenies. They are not so useful anymore. When you delete any character, his equipment will be destroyed, so make sure you remove it beforehand. Okay, so those 2 useless mages has been deleted. I have kept for now the 3 preenies with decent weapons, but again it's up to you, you can delete them at this stage of the game, it doesn't really matter. And now I have the Star Mage available, but I will not create one. Indeed, later in the game we will have access to a new feature called Transmigration. This will be a very important feature of the game. We will use that multiple times, and this will be a fundamental tool to improve the power of our team. Therefore, for now I do not recommend you to create more characters. As soon as you reach the number of 10 characters, including Lahal or including Lahal and every story related character you want to use, this will be enough. The more characters you have, the more complicated it will be to level them up all at once. Therefore just stop at 10. And for the mage, what we will do is to transmigrate our red mage into this Star Mage. I will give you all the details when I will do that. For now, just note that transmigration is available as soon as your demon rank is up to 3. So for now my Lahal is a demon rank 1, my other character have 0, so it's not available to me, I'll just have to wait a little bit more. Now I will just equip properly my archer, and then I will be ready for the next part of this video. Passing bills can be tricky because you need to convince all the senators to vote for you. And if they refuse to, you will have either to go back to the castle with all of your items used for nothing, or you can convince them by just fighting them to death, and if you win the battle, then they will accept the bill. However, the battle will be difficult because senators have decent or high levels. So just save before every single bill you want to pass, and then you'll just have to talk to this girl, enter the Dark Assembly, and select the character you want to pass the bill with. Now I have a demon rank of 1, which is not enough for what I want to do, so I will do this second battle in order to increase my demon rank to 2. Again, I have to fight alone, and the best strategy is to lure them one by one in order to kill them. But since my Lahal is level 10, for now this battle will be a joke. Now Lahal has a demon rank to 2, and I would like to have it to 3, however those enemies have better level. It could be done at this stage of the game, but for now I'll just start by doing the available bills. In order to pass a bill, you will need to bribe the senators, and for that your best bet is to give them some good items. You don't need to give him powerful or rare or whatever items. The fact that they like it or not depends only on a random factor. So just pick whatever items you don't want to use, put 16 in your item bag, so make sure your item bag is filled with those useless items, and then you'll be ready to pass a bill. More expensive stuff is one of the most useful bills you can pass in the game. It will improve the quality of all items sold in the shop. So first, as you can see, there are plenty of senators here. Each one of them has a level. For example, here he's level 13. She has a level 40. The higher the level, the higher the influence they have on the outcome. They also have an attitude towards you. Here this guy says either way, so there's a 50% chance that he's going to vote for you or against you. By giving them items, you can see if they are interested or not. Here, must have. It's the best way. For each item that they are interested in and that you give to them, it will raise the attitude towards you in a positive way. If you give them items they don't want, it will affect their attitude in a negative way. So there are mainly two strategies when bribing senators. If you just want to pass a bill by just making them friendly to you. The first one is to pick some high-level senators and try to give them as many good items or any item that they want in order to make them vote towards you. Since they have a high level, their influence will be more important on the outcome. The other option is to check every single senator of the assembly and give them items that says must have. This means that it will raise faster their attitude towards you in a positive way, and therefore you will convince more of the senators. Whatever option you choose, in general, you just want to give items that says at least interested. If it's just slightly interested or something worse, it's not really useful to give this item. So if you keep that in mind, you'll put all your chances on your side. So once you have given all of your items, or all the items you want to give, the senators will say yes or no. The percentage, well, it's always random, but the percentage is depending on their attitude towards you. So total support means that they will vote like 90 or 95% for you. Either way will be 50% towards you, and so on. So if they vote yes, they will add their level to the yes part. So for example, if a senator level 40 votes for you, it will be 40 points for yes. We add in the same way all the points for the no, and then we compare the two values. If the yes has more points than the no, the bill will be passed. However, the yes needs to win by a certain margin at least. The margin is equal to the mana required to pass the bill. So for example, if, like in this situation, the bill requires 10 points of mana, then the yes total needs to be at least more than 10 than the no total. So if you have 100 points for yes and 80 points for no, the bill will be passed. If you have 81 for the yes and 80 for the no, the bill will be rejected. When you are done, just press triangle and then begin the votes. You will have the total right at the top, and here I have much more yes than no, so this bill, more expensive stuff, has been approved. So let's check in the shop the effect of the bill we just passed. Here you can already see that I have access to the leather jacket, even the chainmail, which are much more powerful items. So passing the more expensive stuff bill will be very useful in order to get some better gear throughout all the game. This is one of the few builds that you can pass several times until you have access to one of the most powerful items of the game. Just one commentary about this build. In order to pass it, you need to have enough customer rank. Basically what it means is that if it tells you for some reason that your customer rank is too low, you will need to buy and sell more items at the shop. So whenever you are blocked for passing this build, just buy and sell some items, and at some point your customer rank will improve, and then you will be able to pass this build again. Anyway, now I have bought a powerful armor, and I will give it to my archer. Now, since I am going to pass another bill, I will just put again 16 items in my item bag, just to bribe the senators. By the way, here in the senator list, we have access to it now because we have passed a bill, so we have the list of every single senator that attended at least once, and you can see if their attitude towards you is positive or negative, but it's not really useful anyway. So now, the next bill I am going to pass is the inventory for shoes. All of the free inventory bills are really useful. It will make those items available in the shop. So for example here, if I pass this bill successfully, I will be able to buy shoes in the shop. And if you remember, I told you that shoes improve your movement range for all the equipped characters, so that can come in handy in battle. So my first step is just to check the level of all the senators, and I can see as well that they don't really want to vote for me, so I will need to bribe them again. Remember that senators will not necessarily be the same for each bill you will be passing, and also their level will be higher if the bill is harder to pass. Basically, if it's harder to unlock the bill through demon rank, or if it costs more mana, their general level will be much higher. And if you bribe a senator and you make him like you, and if for some reason he will be attending another assembly later, he will remember it and be more positive towards you. However, if you kill a senator because this was your only solution to pass a bill at some point, and if this senator is attending another assembly later, he will hate you more than before. So it's up to you how you want to deal with those senators. At the beginning of the game, it's rather easy to bribe them all. However, the more you advance, it will be more complicated each time. And some bills at a later stage in the game cannot be passed by bribery, and you will be forced to fight them all. So, as soon as you have given all of your items, just press the triangle button and begin the vote. And now I will be able to buy shoes directly in the shop. I am going to pass a third bill, so again I'm just organizing my inventory and put 16 items in my item bag. Now it's time for the eyewear inventory, and since I will use the same strategy in order to bribe all the senators, I will just fast forward again this part. Now I have no more items to give, so let's start the vote. As you can see, there was more yes than no, but the margin was not more than 30, only 19. So now I have two options: give up and go back to the castle, or persuade by force, and this is what I will try to do right now, just to show you how it works. Every single senator that has voted against you will be turned into an enemy, but those who has voted for you remain neutral. So you'll just have to kill all the senators that have voted no. If you accidentally damage any senator that has voted yes, then he will turn as well into an enemy. This doesn't count as team kill, which means that this will not affect your ending. However, there is no reason to turn any ally senator into an enemy. Now, when it comes to killing those enemy senators, you again have two options. First one is just to attack them, but the other one is to throw them into ally senators. If the ally senator has a better level than the enemy senator, then he will just remain ally. However, if the enemy senator has a better level, then not only the ally senator will turn against you, but also his level will dramatically improved. So throwing and lifting enemy senators can be a very powerful technique in order to win easily this kind of battles. However, to make it work, you will have to have at least one high level ally senator. So that will be extremely useful when you will want to pass some very difficult builds by force. In this case, one strategy could be to bribe by giving all of your items to one high level senator to make sure that he will vote for you, and then you will throw every single other senator of the game into him. So now you have almost all the information you need in order to pass all the builds you want. So basically a quick recap. First, you need to improve your demon rank by passing a battle with one single character. Then, in order to pass the build, you will need to select this character and have the required mana. If it says that you don't have enough influence to pass this build, again you can try by improving your demon rank. That would be the fastest solution. If your customer rank at the shop is not high enough, in this case you will need to buy items at the shop repeatedly until your customer rank improves. Then you will need to have 16 items in your item bag. It can be of any rarity, you don't care, just pick any 16 items that you do not want to use. Then you save, you enter the Dark Assembly, and you pick the build you want to pass. Now you'll have to bribe all the senators to put them into a better attitude toward you, and my preference would be to bribe the highest level senator, or at least to be efficient by giving must-have items. Once you have given all the items, you just press triangle, hit the begin vote, and if that was enough, if you have enough yes, then the bill will be passed. If not, you'll have the option to fight them or to go back to the castle. If you fight them, the best option is to throw all the senators into the highest level ally senator, and then they will just be instantly destroyed, and your ally senator will have a higher level, so which will make him even better in order to throw other senators into him. Once the battle is over, the bill will be passed as well, and then you can repeat the process until you have passed all the bills you want. And that's it. Now this bill is passed by force. Of course, every single senator that I've killed now hate me a little bit more, but it does not matter. Now I have more equipment available in the shop. Now the senator list is updated, and it gives you an idea of the level of the senators that you will have to deal with when you pass bills. So some of them have very high level for now compared to mine. So I cannot pass some really complex builds at the moment. I will just stop here for now, and I will equip myself, just check what's available for me and so on, and then I will continue with the episode 2 story. So let's pay a visit to the shop. I still have my chainmails available, and now I have some shoes, the slippers, and some eyewear as well. I have, for example, common glasses that will improve my hit value. I have access to better weapons as well, since I passed the bill better stuff, so I can buy whatever I want. So this will conclude this video. I'm just going to save, and the next video will be all the battles for the story in the episode 2. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.